Hello everyone, I am Metro if you're not already aware, and today I'm showing you something quite interesting. Now, this is going to be explained throughout the video, but long story short, I believe it confirms the presence of the scalable dungeon technology that is currently actually in the game. This is done on live servers, not the BTR, and it is achievable currently. We just found out about it today, but the fact that it's in now means that this is essentially, in my opinion, proof that it will be implemented with either the next patch or 6.0 or the next expansion. And I would look towards the BlizzCon announcement of it. Perhaps we'll correctly predict that as well. But just a brief primer on how it works. You'll have to queue up. I showed this off in the video, but one person needs to enter the dungeon the regular way, and you need to be in a group with the person that has just completed a looking for group or looking for raid composition, and then you'll be able to join them in the dungeon. But instead of it taking you to the normal dungeon, it'll take you to one scaled down. So anyway, the rest of the information is going to be in the video, but I just wanted to prime this with that. So as always, if you have any questions, leave them. But also on the screen annotation is linking you to a full, well, I guess about half of BRD completed with a 5-man group using this scalable technology. So proof that it's in the game. Enjoy it. If you have any questions, let us know. Alright, so the first step for everyone is going to be doing a 5-man, any type of dungeon content that requires you to be with like a group where the LFG puts you together. So we just did a random 5-man heroic and completed it, and once everybody leaves, one person, Vicario, has now gone to Maradon, and I am now following him in there, essentially. By right-clicking the eye, you are now going to be able to teleport into the dungeon once he is actually in there. He's going to be in there at level 90, but now that I've teleported in here using the Looking for Dungeon tool, I am now in here with the scaled eye level technology. So we're going to go through and show you exactly what this means, but first thing I'm showing off here is that my health, to prove that this is working, has been substantially downgraded, obviously, down to, if I remember correctly, the level 30 range, might be 32 or something like that, but there you see my health right there, obviously much lower, and there you see all my gear as well. My stats have all been cut dramatically. So this is, once again, as you probably have surmised, proof that this type of technology is going to be in the game, is already in the game, and will be implemented in some way to facilitate probably doing dungeons with friends. Perhaps, say I have somebody leveling an alt and, I want to help them out. Maybe there'll be even Valor rewards, Justice rewards, maybe perhaps even one of the queuing bags that you get if you're a tank. But now here I'm just going to show you guys that this is further proof, just for documentation purposes. I'm a scientist at heart. Just want to show you guys what's exactly going on here. You'll see here me fighting what appears to be a level 36 elite on a level 90 paladin and doing, obviously less than 1,000 DPS. So proof there. I mean, one melee swing should do 1,000 DPS, but this is all scaled down. You'll see very shortly when I switch specs, everything about the character is in fact scaled down. There's actually going to be some abilities that I cannot use, unfortunately, currently. Obviously, this is not meant to be in the game. It's not. Perhaps it is meant to be in the game, but it's not meant to be done. And if you haven't noticed by now, there's an annotation on the screen that's going to take you to our run of Blackrock Depths, if I remember correctly, where we do essentially almost half a clear with the full 5-man group scaled down. So here you go. Here is my holy set, and you'll see now I cannot use Divine Plea. That's one of the abilities that says target is too low level. Obviously not, a bug one way or the other, not intended. But I don't know if you'd actually have Divine Plea, but all my other abilities work. I can't actually buff myself, but you see me going through my list of gear right now. You'll notice if I slow down a bit there that everything is scaled down to, what's that, eye level 29? So universally scaled down. I'm a certain level, stuff like that. Very, very similar to how it works in challenge modes. It's going to be a set eye level, but it's also going to set an actual level for your character. I appear 90 currently, but when you see in a little bit here Vicario enter the 5-man as well, you'll notice that he is actually a scaled level upon observation of him. But here I'm just doing some more damage to these Barblash layers to prove that this is once again, definitely working, and as the scaling is definitely fully implemented in terms of raw stats. But there's a lot of speculation what the expansion is going to hold, what type of features are going to be added, what they're going to do with the item squish. But you'll see here now I'm hovering over my belt. You'll see the gems. Look at the gems. I believe it's 3 intellect and 6 spirit. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's the fact that the gems, everything's scaled down evenly, near flawlessly as well. The cloak, I'm hovering over the cloak. Obviously the proc is percent based, isn't it? So it's not that big a deal. But in the recorded 5-man that we did complete, the cloak was still doing about the same percentage DPS. Now that's an interesting point because cloak procs and stuff like that don't work in challenge modes. Tier set procs, they all work in these. We've tried it multiple times now. 4-set bonuses, stuff like that, meta gems, all those things work in here as they would in the regular world. So it's not going to be based on challenge mode. And then the final thing you'll see here is me looking at Vicario, another member of our guild who is in here with me now. He is also scaled down, and when you hover over his portrait, and very shortly I'll show that as well, but he's got the same health. I'm actually looking at his buffs. His intellect flask is down to 12 intellect or something like that, if I remember correctly. So it's a pretty interesting concept, and the fact that we found it, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but in a second here I'll hover over his to show exactly how it's looking on the frames. Yep, so now you see on the bottom right, level 30 something Goblin Priest, and when I hover over myself, you'll see that I am as well level 30, I think it's 34, I can't really see to be honest, 34 Blood Elf Paladin and 34 Priest. So that's that. If you guys have any questions or you'd like to see us do more of this, it is now, once again, link on the screen, you can check it out, but any questions are welcome.